All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Today we're going to talk about just recognizing different triangle congruencies. And so I've got a couple triangles here, and we're going to go through them one pair at a time. And we're going to go over how we go about seeing if they are congruent. Just something for us to remember, we've got side, angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side, 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 and hypotenuse leg as our 5 options. We've already talked about this in class, and I'm just going to kind of review them. So let's take a look at these two triangles right here. I will tell you they actually are congruent. Give you a little hint. Let's figure out why. Now I noticed a struggle that some of you guys had in class is where to start. You're like, do I start at this angle? Do I start at the side? Do I start at this side? It kind of doesn't matter, but a little bit it does. Just don't start with something that's in the middle. So right here, this angle's in between these two, so I would not start there. Same with these guys right here. This side is between these two angles, so I would not start there. So right here, I would start either on this side or this side. It doesn't really matter. And then we just go through either clockwise or counterclockwise. Don't skip and see what you got. So right here, let's start up here. If I go clockwise, I've got a side, skip an angle, skip a side, skip an angle, skip a side. No, we can't do that. That's too many skips. Can't skip like that. So let's start back up here, and now let's go counterclockwise. All right, here we go. So we've got a side, congruent to a side, and move in here. Next comes an angle, which is congruent to this. So we've got side, angle. The next thing that comes up is side. So this one is indeed going to be side, angle, side. Now, what would happen if we started here? Well, actually, the same thing. Now, if we start here and tried going this direction, we'd have a side, skip an angle, skip a side, skip an angle, get to the side. We can't do that. So let's start down here and let's go clockwise. I've got a side. Next thing up is my angle. Next thing up is my side. Side, angle, side again, like we already had. Okay, now let's take a look at these two triangles right here. Let's see if they're congruent or not. Remember, we don't want to start it in the middle, so how about with this angle? If I go this direction, I'm going to have to skip a lot, so I'm going to go clockwise this time. Here we go. So we've got an angle. Next thing comes up is a side, followed by an angle. Angle, side, angle, which is this property right here. So yeah, that's our congruency. Angle, whoa. Oh my goodness. Angle, side, angle. Okay, let's see here. We've got another one. Now this one is tricky. This one is tricky. Okay, I'm going to move these guys down here so we can keep them in mind as we are doing this guy. Oops, there we go. All right. So we have two triangles right here. Now first, it looks like we just have a side congruent to a side. We can't do that. Side, side, that's not one of them. We gotta have either another side to get side, 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 or another angle to do one of those. So we have to look and see if there are any congruent angles. It might look like these lines are parallel, and so we would have alternate interior angles here, here, this guy, and this guy. But we do not have that because it does not tell us that they are parallel, and we cannot assume. You guys know what happens when you assume. But we do actually have these two angles right here. And these two angles are actually congruent because they are vertical angles. Vertical angles. Okay, so I'm going to mark them. Now, when we are doing our triangle congruencies, you can't skip. You can't go side, side, angle, angle, or something like that. You can't skip. You got to stick with one triangle. So you can either do your top triangle or your bottom triangle. It doesn't matter which. I'll start on the bottom triangle. Again, we don't want to start in the middle between these two guys, because then we'll have to skip. So let's start right here. Why not? So I'm going to start here. I don't want to go this way because I'd have to skip an angle. I'd have to skip this side. I'd have to skip another angle just to get to another congruency. We don't want to skip, so let's start here and go this way. So I've got side. The next thing comes up is an angle. And the next thing comes up is a side. So we have side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. Okay, I've got one more for you guys. Now, I'm going to encourage you guys to pause the video right now and see if you can do this one by yourself. There are two hidden congruencies, and I will tell you, those triangles are congruent. So right now, pause the video real quick and see if you can figure it out. All right, hopefully you're done pausing the video. Let's see what we've got. We have parallel lines. Now remember, Mr. Yost does not put these in here because I'm bored. Usually they are to help us out. Sometimes they're there to distract you, but usually we're going to use them. We have parallel lines, and I'm actually going to, let's see, I'm going to try to kind of highlight this here for you. So, we've got these whoops, that was terrible. Where's my highlighter? Oh well, we'll just hover over it for right now. That'll be for another video later on, I guess. Anyway, so we've got this side right here parallel to this one, and they are cut by a transversal right here. Now, some of you guys are like, whoa, that's right. Some of you guys are like, okay, so we know these angles are congruent because they're alternate interior. Nope, 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 no. We've got parallel lines cut by transversal. So your congruent angles have to be the angles made by these items right here. So don't know what is happening there. Sorry about that. So we know this right here is congruent to this angle right here. I'll put on two congruency marks because we already have one right here and one right here. Okay. I'm going to get rid of all those colors and stuff. There we go. And maybe just kind of clean it up a little bit. So we know this angle is congruent to this one because they are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. Okay, and there is actually another congruency on here. Do you see it? I bet you do. This diagonal right here, it's actually congruent to itself. All right, so let's see if we have enough information. I want to start right here. No. Remember, that's in the middle between those. I want to start either with this side or this angle. So, can I go angle, angle, side? No. You jump down to this triangle. We got to stick with just one triangle. So I'm going to stick with that triangle up there. We'll go here. And I have to go this way because otherwise I'm going to have to skip a side and an angle. So here we go. Angle, angle, side. Down here, we got the same thing. Angle, angle, side. Awesome. The reason why some of you might be like, didn't we skip this side? Well, to go from an angle to an angle, you always have to skip a side. So it's okay to skip the side in between two angles. All right, guys. Have an awesome day. Thanks for watching.